Well, hello everybody and welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. Today I'm going to be making some white chocolate brownies. Now I had intended to make an invisible apple cake. In fact, I made one yesterday, but I decided it was far too doughy and wasn't suitable for YouTube. So I have my oven preheating at 180 Celsius, that's 160 Celsius with a fan, 350 Fahrenheit, and I've greased and lined an 8-inch square cake tin. You could actually just grease and flour it if you wanted, but I find it easier to line it. It's easier for taking the whole thing out and cutting later. And the ingredients for the brownie are 150 grams, which is about 1 cup and a tablespoon of cake and pastry flour, but you could use all-purpose flour or plain flour if you wanted to. I have 125 grams of caster sugar, which is 1 cup and a quarter. I have 80 grams, which is a scant half cup of white chocolate, which I have just melted, and I did that in the microwave in very short bursts, but you could do it on a bain-marie. I have 50 grams, which is about 1/3 of a cup of dark chocolate chips. You don't have to use those. In fact, you could use a few nuts or a few raisins instead if you wanted. Then I have 100 grams of melted butter, which is 7 tablespoons, and I have 2 medium eggs, which would be large in the USA. So the first thing we're going to do is to beat the sugar and the eggs until they're light and fluffy, or incorporated and fluffy, should I say. And I'm going to do this with my stand mixer, but you could do it all by hand. It doesn't take much effort. So that's quite pale now in colour, and it's thickened up a little bit, as you can see. So what I'm going to do now is pour in the melted butter, which I've allowed to cool down, and the white chocolate, and I'm going to combine those. I'm just going to mix those on a low speed. So that's got the butter and the white chocolate mixed in. So what I'm going to do now is mix in the flour a little bit at a time, again on a low speed. And that's reasonably well mixed in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape down the bowl and then I'm going to stir in the dark chocolate chips. just to get them spread throughout the mixture, and that's good enough. So then I'm going to put that mixture into my tin. And I'm going to use an offset spatula. You could use the back of a spoon, just to spread the mixture into all four corners of the cake tin, and to make sure you get it reasonably level. Now I'm going to give mine a bit of a shake, because that will level it off just that little bit better, I think. And then I'm going to put that into the oven, and I'm going to bake it for 22 minutes. I'll take it out of the oven then and place the tin onto a wire rack and let it cool completely before I try to take it out of the tin. And at that stage I'll come back and show you the results, and we'll cut it. So I baked the white chocolate brownie for 22 minutes exactly. I took it out of the oven and I left it to cool down. It's still warm, but I left it to cool down for about 30 minutes, and then I lifted it out of the cake tin and took the paper off. This is what it looks like, and I'm going to cut it maybe into about 16 pieces. I think that's quite a good size for my purposes. So with that cut, I'm just going to have a little taste. So this is what it looks like. It tastes very, very good of a white chocolate, and then you get the dark chocolate as well. I think maybe baking it for a couple of minutes less, maybe 20 minutes, would have left it slightly denser. It's very nice, and it's very light actually. It's not as dense as a normal brownie, but it is very, very good. I could demolish quite a lot of that. So that's going to be it for this recipe. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me the thumbs up below the video and click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You may see a little bell icon that you can click on once you've subscribed, which will allow you to get notifications when I post new videos. In the top right hand corner of the screen there will be an eye that you can click on, and that will take you to this recipe, and I'll also put a link below the video as well. And then I'll be back with another recipe in the very near future. So until then, happy baking.